Hello students of class 7. This is your geography class and today we will learn about plane. And in this segment today we'll discuss about the definition of plane, characteristics of planes, some example of planes and types of planes. So let's start from the definition of the planes. Plains are vast stretches of gently sloping, almost flat land around 300 meters in altitude. Okay, plains are vast stretches of gently sloping, almost flat land around 300 meter in altitude. So, plains are very flat and its altitude is about 300 meter and it have a gentle slope. Okay. Now I am telling you about the characteristics of plains. The characteristics of plains are vast stretches of flat land. Plains have an altitude about 300 meter in height. Plains have gentle slope. They can be in the form of grasslands, forests, shrublands or barren lands. Plains are formed by the deposition of lava, sediments and sand, or it may result by the erosion of high lands. About one third of the world's land is plain. Plains are densely populated and here life pattern is very simple. So these are the characteristics of plains. Now I am telling you about the examples of plains. Pampas in North America, prairie in South America, Indo-Gangetic plain in Asia, Huanghe plain in China are some examples of plain land. Now I am discussing about the types of plains. On the basis of development, they are of several types. In your textbook, there have only three type of plains. Number one is alluvial plains. So what is alluvial plains or how is it formed? Plains that are formed by the river deposits are called alluvial plains. So, plains that are formed by the river deposits or alluvium. These plains are called alluvial plains. For example, Indo-Ganga-Brahmaputra plain is a alluvial plain. Number 2 is lava plain. Plains that are formed by the deposition of lava are called lava plains. So, when eruption occurred, lava erupted and it accumulates on the surface of the earth and it developed lava plains. For example, plain in Iceland is a lava plain. And number 3 is Loess plain. Plains that are formed by the deposition of materials by winds are called Loess plains. Wind carries fine particles of sand from far away and it accumulates on the river basin and it developed as loess plain. So loess are the fine particles carried by the wind. Okay, and the example of loess plain is plain of Huanghe river basin, and the loess comes in that river basin from Gobi desert by the wind action. Now I am discussing about the importance of landforms in our life or in our earth. First, I want to discuss about the importance of mountains, and the importances are: number 1, mountains are the main source of fresh water. So, mountains are the main source of water. How? Because mountains are the main source of fresh water carrying rivers or streams. So, and these rivers are reached with melting of snow, water or rain water. Okay, and these rivers are perennial types, that means all over the year they are have much water, so it is called as perennial rivers. So I am repeating this again, that mountains are major source of fresh water because these rivers on the earth's surface originates from the mountains, and melting snow from glaciers supply fresh water to these rivers, and these rivers are known as perennial rivers. They flow through densely populated plains and provide water for settlement, agriculture and industries. Okay. Number 2, the mountains are mountains are as climatic mountains are playing a role as climatic barrier because it because the Siberian wind is obstructed by the mountain of Himalaya. Okay, and it also responsible for the orographic rainfall, that means humid air obstructed by the mountain, and it is responsible for the occurrence of orographic rainfall. So through this rainfall or a, or as a climatic barrier, it also mountains also control air temperature and wind movement also. Okay, the next point is mountains are the main source of forests because mountains are covered with evergreen or coniferous forests. Okay, and it supplies lumber, softwood, etc. Hydroelectric power plants are built on most rivers that flow from mountains since they have a high velocity. So, hydroelectric power plants are built on most rivers in the mountainous region. Okay, and the next point is mountains are huge reserves of natural habitat, that means here great variety of flora and fauna are also found. Okay. So, in this way, mountains are very important in our earth. And the economic importance are steppe farming is very much popular in the mountainous region, and it supplies grains for the population in this region. Okay. And sometimes mountains are very rich in mineral reserves also, and its natural beauty is awesome. So tourism industry is very much important in mountainous region. So these are the importance of mountain. I again repeat this. Number 1, mountains are the source of fresh water. Number 2, many types of perennial rivers or streams are formed from the mountains. Number 3, mountains roles a play as climatic barrier. Number 4, mountains are also responsible for the occurrence of orographic rainfall. Number 5, mountains are rich in various types of evergreen or coniferous forests or deciduous forests. Number 6 is mountains are important in terms of steppe farming. Number 7, hydroelectric power plants are found in mountainous region. Number 8, mountains are sometimes rich in mineral resources. Number 9, mountains have a great natural beauty, so tourism industries are developed in the mountainous region. Okay. Now I am telling you about the effects of mountains in our lives or our life pattern. The main economic activity in mountainous region is sometimes agriculture or trade. Okay. As it have poor transport system. Okay. As transport system is very poor in the mountainous region, as it has undulating surface, so the farming or agricultural activities are not so good in the mountainous region, but it is important in tourism industry and trading. Okay. Trading in lumber or wood uh, wood trade. Okay. And the settlement type of the mountainous region is dispersed type. Okay. Very less density of populations are found in the mountainous region. Economic development is not so good in the mountainous region because climatic conditions are not so good in the mountainous region. Most of the time in the year is experiencing adverse climatic situation in this region, so economic development is mostly harassed or remain undeveloped in this region. So lifestyle pattern in this region are very tough in mountainous region. Okay. So today I am telling you about the importance of mountains in our earth and in our life pattern. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Now I am telling you about the importance of plateaus. Most of the minerals in the world are obtained from plateaus. It is comparatively easier to separate minerals from plateaus than from mountains. The Deccan Plateau, Western Australian Plateau, and Brazilian plateaus are very good reserves of minerals such as iron, copper, gold, diamonds, manganese, and coal. So, these types of minerals are mostly found in the plateau region. The Mexican plateau is called a mineral store. It is a rich source of different metallic minerals, including silver and copper. It has one of the biggest silver mines. So, plateaus are the source of minerals, many types of minerals like iron, copper, gold, diamond, manganese, coal, silver, etc. Okay, and ages of the plateaus may give rise to development of waterfalls as the rivers fall down vertically from the cliffs. So that means plateaus are surrounded by the vertical slope, and due to its sloping conditions, rivers sometimes develop waterfalls in this region. These places attract tourists like Dasam Falls, Hudru Falls, Zona Falls are mostly found in the Chotanagpur Plateau in India. Okay, and these are the very famous tourist spot in India. The fast flowing rivers in this region is rich in hydel power generation. Okay, so hydel power plants are also developed in the plateau region. So, plateaus have great importance in our economic life also, because as minerals are found in the plateau region, hydroelectric power is developed in the plateau region. So, plateaus are economically very rich and densely populated like Chotanagpur Plateau. Okay. Sometimes, due to its climatic adverseness, population in some region is very less, mostly due to the lack of water availability. Okay, and now I am telling you about the importance of plains. Plains are suitable for agriculture because plains have a flat surface and fertile soil. Hence, they are called the food baskets of the world. You must note this point. Plains are known as food baskets of the world. It is also easy to build roads, railway lines, airport for plains, etc. in the plain region. So, transportation system is very good in the plain region. Many industries and factories are also constructed in the plain region very easily because of its availability of transportation, availability of mineral resources, availability of population, etc. Okay, and about 80% of the world's population lives on plains. The plainland of the coastal area is rich in climatic condition also. So, population density in the plain region is much greater than the mountainous region and than the plateau region. Okay, so these are the important